Hello there, in this video I'm going to answer the question, is this fake Lego set better than real Lego? I'm really interested to know the answer to this question because I know a lot of people out there will see a fake Lego set in a supermarket or one of their high street shops and think, is it worth buying? And hopefully this video will answer that question. Now it's important to say, I'm not delving into the area of the counterfeit sets. Don't even want to discuss it. Really, just by saying that, I'm going to get a load of thumbs down now from the supporters of the counterfeit sets. This is about original sets by alternative brick brand companies, not the people that just blatantly rip off Lego sets. So anyway, this particular set, actually before I get into it, I'm going to run a competition in this video, but you'll have to wait until the end of the video to find out what you have to do to enter the competition. So if you want to win whatever the prize is that I'm giving away, make sure to watch the whole video. Anyway, this fake Lego set, I actually bought this last week from a supermarket in my country called LIDL. Now LIDL is actually a German budget supermarket, famous for its kind of good quality but very cheap food. Around the shop, and indeed in some of the middle aisles, they sell lots of budget food, but down the very centre of the store you find a magical, mysterious land of bargains, things that you didn't know you needed at very reasonable prices, like a nuclear powered bicycle pump or an electric hairbrush, that sort of thing. And in that, I found this fake Lego set for £3.99. And I thought, this looks like quite a lot of fake Lego for £3.99. And what also caught my eye is that this set is actually made by a company called Goody, which I've heard of before. I've made Goody sets, bought them from AliExpress and built them, and they were not too bad. So I thought this would be really interesting to see what this is like. So I'm going to compare this to real Lego in a number of different ways, and we'll try and get some kind of conclusion. As always, if you disagree with me or you agree with me and you want to discuss it, leave a comment down leave a comment down below. I will get back to you. So this set, £3.99. Let's start with the most obvious difference between real Lego and fake Lego that everybody mentions, and it's kind of people's justification for buying the counterfeit stuff as well as these alternatives. So this was £3.99 for 165 pieces. As it's been pointed out to me in the past, not all pieces were created equally. Some are bigger than others, some are more complex than others. So really, you should compare the price against the weight of the bricks. But I don't know the weight of this set, it's not written on here, and I can't be asked to go and get my scales. So we're just going to have to do it per brick. I think it's a fair enough metric. If you really disagree with me, leave a comment down below. So 165 pieces for £3.99. So I went to Amazon and I had a look for similarly priced Lego sets. Basically, they're about 4 times the price. Obviously, it does vary according to set. Some of the sets that I compared them to are themed sets, you know, an Avengers set, and obviously Lego has then got to pay a licensing fee to Marvel. So that's why one of the reasons why they're more expensive. And yes, the other reason is they're probably a little tiny bit greedy. Well, they're a corporate capitalist company, aren't they, trying to make a profit. That's all. So Lego is more expensive, but I don't think that's kind of, you know, a good metric to go on, really. If somebody offered you a bowl of radioactive soup for £1, or a delicious steak meal for £10, you wouldn't go for the radioactive soup just because it was cheaper now, would you? So this is cheap. And that's kind of what draws a lot of people in, especially people's parents or grandparents. They'll see something like this in a shop and think, oh, I'll get this for little Johnny. He likes Lego. And then the kid gets it and he's like, oh, it's not Lego, Grandma. I hate you. That's optional, the hatred. This is cheaper, and if the quality of the set is good enough, then I suppose that is an advantage to fake Lego. And you beat Lego there. Well done. So secondly, and perhaps most boringly, we're going to talk about box artwork. Something I have just noticed about this Goody police boat box artwork is that it's not incredibly imaginative. We've got the boat in some water. I wonder what they've put on the other side. Oh, it's the same artwork. It's better than I could do, but it isn't great, is it? This background is very generic. They haven't made the model look fantastic. The colours are really sort of bleak and drab. What does that say? 3-year warranty? I mean, who needs a 3-year warranty on Lego bricks? Are they going to disintegrate as you go to use them? Helps children develop creativity and fine motor skills. It doesn't do those things at all, to be honest. What I think it helps people do is follow instructions. Creativity would be taking these bricks and building something else. Great fun for budding little police officers. Yeah, great, because, I mean, little kids probably do want to be police officers, don't they? But I hardly think that a dangerous boat chase in the middle of a river is something that kids should be aspiring to, is it? Overall, not so impressed by this box artwork. I suppose ultimately it did grab my attention in the shop and I did buy it, so maybe it's not a complete failure, but yeah, not fantastic. Just to compare it, I have the Benny's Space Squad Lego set here, which is obviously a lot smaller, and even though there are far fewer pieces in this set, look how vibrant it is. It's really well designed. They've made the most of the sort of space on the box, and crucially, on the back of the box, Lego has got sufficient creativity to think of something to put on the back to show you the different... Well, that's broken. To show you the different things that you get in the set. But yeah, Lego box artwork is better and kind of more eye-catching. Next, we're on to Lego themes. Now, Lego does actually have a city line. One of the advantages, though, actually, of fake Lego over real Lego is that fake Lego tends to kind of go down areas that Lego wouldn't. So, for example, I built an Oxford Titanic set, a boat, and Lego just don't do anything like that. To some extent, apparently, these things are for kind of ethical reasons. They don't want to promote, you know, a ship that sank killing a load of people. They also won't make tanks and kind of fighter planes and things, whereas you can get sort of Kobe tanks and things and just themes that you can't get with real Lego. But likewise, you're not going to get a fake Lego set making Star Wars sets. You'll get kind of, I know Goody makes sort of imitation space things that look suspiciously like X-Wings, but basically some Lego themes you're not going to get with the fake Lego sets, and some fake Lego themes you're not going to get with real Lego sets. So they both have different advantages. But you can't really say that not building tanks and things is really a disadvantage for Lego, unless you're a really big tank fan. Let's open this. Seems to me to be a tiny bit excessive that they seem to have packed the 150 odd bricks in 3 separate bags, but I'm not going to complain too much because I think Lego do the same thing. In fact, 4 bags. Here are the... That's not the instructions, is it? What's this? This is like a guarantee. It comes with this. This is a children's fake Lego set. It seems a little bit extreme. We've got some stickers. I prefer printed bricks, actually. Lego do this sometimes as well. Another bag of bricks, look. That's a lot of bags of bricks. And then we've got the instructions, which are smaller than the guarantee. So I'm going to build this model now, off camera, and we'll see what it looks like. So I built it, and it took me about 20 minutes. Maybe I'm just a slow builder. This is the model, but before we look at that, talk a little bit more about the instructions. So yeah, the instructions are very, very small, and I guess it's environmentally friendly, but all the instructions are very compact, very kind of densely packed together. Their instructions are different to standard Lego instructions in that when you finish a step, all of the bricks get highlighted in grey, hopefully you can see that, and then in the next set of instructions the bricks you need are highlighted. I made a few mistakes as I went along. Maybe I was just in a sort of dark position and couldn't really see the pieces I needed. fairly easy to follow, and for what it's worth, the paper quality is quite nice, probably on a par with Lego. These are some of the better fake Lego instructions that I've come across. I still marginally prefer Lego instructions because the instruction booklets are bigger and the instructions are slightly easier to follow. But enough of the instructions, let's get on to the model, and let's start with the minifigures. So here are one of the 2 minifigures that came in this set. Now obviously they're not proper Lego minifigures because Lego owns the intellectual property there, and they don't let other people just make Lego minifigures willy-nilly. And they've done, to be honest, this company, which I guess is Goody, has done quite a good job of making their own little minifigures. It doesn't look too stupid. It's quite a nice shaped thing. They're all a little bit rotund. They've got a little bit of a belly. He's got a gun, and I'm not sure you get a police set by Lego with a gun. And I guess looking at all the pieces on it, I think it is compatible with genuine Lego. There's printing on his... Oh, if you take his hat off, he's a little bit flat-headed, isn't he? But then I guess Lego minifigures have a stud for a head. So, yeah, he's got a little life jacket. It's, you know, they're not bad, to be honest. They are some of the better ones. This is the model, and at first glance, you know, it doesn't look too bad. But then again, it is a little bit mismatched. The colours are quite vibrant, and I haven't stuck the stickers on because I think that gives you a better impression of what the model's actually like. Again, in the scheme of fake Lego, this is probably one of the best fake Lego sets I've ever made. They often try and bump up the numbers on these little sets by giving you lots of small pieces, lots of 1x1 or 2x1 pieces. I did worry at the beginning of putting this together because it's one of those things where you sort of start and you're kind of just joining bricks by one stud and it's very unstable and it falls apart as you're putting it together. But before too long, it was pretty stable and I was just kind of building up the general sort of model. So yeah, it's gone together pretty well. Another good thing, actually, about this particular fake Lego set is that some of the parts are new. They're kind of unusual to Lego. The seats are a little bit strange in here. There's some kind of scuba diving things here. So if you're building some kind of Lego scenery and you don't mind mixing a little bit of Goody Lego, which is easy to identify because they have printed Goody on the brick studs, then, you know, these sets aren't too bad. But let's be brutally honest. If this was a Lego set, it would be better. I don't know how Lego do it, but their sets are just better designed. From the first few bricks through to the finished model, it never feels like you're building something dodgy that isn't kind of well structured. So yeah, Lego still has the edge, but this is probably one of the best fake Lego models I've ever put together. So overall, what do I think? Well, actually, I do think, as I've just said, that this is one of the best fake Lego models I've ever built. Is this better than real Lego? Well, the price actually does play a little bit of a part here. If you haven't got £12 to buy a Lego set of a similar size, then this is a reasonable alternative. But the reasons for buying Lego are more than just the price. In my opinion, and maybe you'll disagree with me, I think Lego is more of a sort of overall experience. The box artwork is better, the instructions are better. Sure, it's a little bit expensive, but you know that the models that you're going to get are going to be fairly well designed and look pretty good, and they have a good resale value. I'm probably not going to be able to resell this because it's basically worthless. I enjoyed building it though, so it was worth the £4 for that. But so yeah, in conclusion, and maybe somewhat predictably, I don't think fake Lego is ever better than real Lego, and this set isn't better than real Lego, but it is a close second. A reasonable alternative. Anyway, the competition that I said I was going to run. You can win this fake Lego set. I know it's only worth £4, but it's been put together by my delicate, nerdy hands. That sounds really dodgy, doesn't it? Anyway, if you want to win this fake Lego set, I will post it out to you wherever you are in the world. What I want you to do is comment down below and actually share this video on Twitter using the hashtag fake Lego. And if I find that tweet, I will randomly select one of you to win this, and I will announce the winner next week. So anyway, do you agree with me that this is not as good as real Lego, and that generally Lego is always the top brick-based brand? If you do, let me know down below. If you don't want to hear it, no, I do. Let's get a discussion going. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe, and I shall see you next time for another video.